Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Alpa Sharma and in today's session we shall be discussing IPMAT Rohtak Mock 4's English section. We shall be analyzing the section and we shall be solving some questions together. Am I clearly visible and audible to everyone? Good afternoon everybody. Can you hear and see me clearly? Good afternoon, Dia, Nikita, Albai. Am I clearly visible and audible? If you could quickly confirm, yes. Clearly visible and audible. Okay. So I'm assuming you guys have already given the mock. How many of you have not given this mock? Hi Rishabh, good afternoon. How many of you have not solved this mock? IPMAT Rohtak pattern mock 4. Hi Harsh. Hi Ashmita. You've solved it. Okay, great. Yeah, so Dia, you haven't. Okay. So Dia, you might have a little bit of problem with the reading comprehension, but I'll give you a minute to solve it together and then we shall start discussing the questions as well. So this mock had 40 questions and out of 40 questions, I'll be discussing only 20 today and the remaining 20 will be done tomorrow. So we'll have 2 sessions on the analysis of this mock and we shall be solving the paper together. If you ask me about the difficulty level of the paper, it's exactly how IPMAT is going to be. The paper isn't very easy. It's a moderate paper, not a very difficult one, not a very easy one, certainly not a very easy one. So if you look at the passages were tricky, the questions were easy. So there was a balance and that's exactly why the mock is considered to be, this English section is considered to be an average, a moderate one rather. Before we start with solving questions together, let me tell you that we are launching a crash course for people who are targeting the CUET entrance examination. So look no further, call our counselors on this number and know about the program. Enroll yourself right away at the earliest because now you know the entire course of CUET UG program has been announced. If you're sitting for the paper, jaldi se enroll kar lo for the course. Also, we've launched a new course for people who are targeting BBA, IPM and HM for 2023. So, since the pattern of the examination of these 3 entrance tests are similar, you can enroll yourself for a comprehensive course that will prepare for all the 3 entrance tests simultaneously for 2023. The batch was launched on 15th of March. You can call our counselors on this number to know more about our programs here. Okay, good afternoon everyone who just now joined me. Now, let's start with the first question here. We have a word belie and we have to mark the antonym here. Please make sure that you don't make any mistakes while you solve a paper about synonym or antonyms. That's the silliest mistake you could have ever done. So, if the question asks you a synonym or an antonym, please read the directions carefully. Do not omit the directions. Okay. Now, if you don't know the exact meaning of belie, you could eliminate a lot of options here. With elimination, you could have easily found your answer. Now see, hide has a little negative connotation. Betray also has a negative one. Lie also has a negative connotation. Only and only reveal has a little positive connotation. So obviously, if I have to mark the opposite of belie, the answer clearly here has, अच्छा, शशि का क्वेश्चन लेते हैं पहले 3 बार पोस्ट कर दिया शशि ने तो शशि says ma'am is a serious preparation of 3 months of PCM stream from the very basic is enough okay, see Shashi, I'll tell you something. I've been teaching for the last 11 and a half years, okay, and I've seen people getting into their dream colleges with 1 month's preparation. I've also seen people not getting into their dream colleges with 2-year-long preparation as well. So you have to decide if your preparation has been apt or not. If it is possible in 3 months, it certainly is. You just need to be seriously ingrained and preparing religiously with hard work. I don't care about your subjects. I don't care how much marks you're scoring there, but you can easily get into your dream college if you prepare religiously. It certainly needs effort because the amount of time that you have, 3 months, isn't a lot. And that's exactly why a year-long or 2-year-long programs are recommended. But if you have been preparing for 3 months, you can easily get into it, considering the fact that you prepared hard, worked hard. Okay, so the answer here has to be a reveal. That's the only opposite word that we have. So what does belie mean? Who's going to tell me that? Yes, belie is a negative word, absolutely. So the answer has to be positive. Belie is to basically pretend something to get a work done in a hidden manner. छुपा के कोई काम करवाना, किसी से झूठ बोल के काम करवाना. So hiding, betraying, lying, these are synonyms to belie. Let's look at question number 2 here, everyone. Question number 2 is this, abrasive. Okay, now abrasive is anything that's harsh, okay, or unpleasant. So obviously, since abrasive is a negative word, harsh is negative, unpleasant is negative, erratic is negative. There's only one positive word here, that's pleasing. So since it's a negative word, the answer has to be a positive one, since we have to mark an antonym here. The answer certainly here has to be option A, that's pleasing. Okay, same logic. If you don't know exactly what it means, आप elimination से बहुत easily answer निकाल सकते हो. You can use your knowledge of connotations. Connotation होता है positive meaning है या negative meaning है. Guys, just a minute. Okay, so positive meaning है या negative meaning है, आप answer निकाल सकते हो. Okay, so apart from that, these are negative words. That's what your answer is. Okay, yes, that's A. Okay, let's look at question number 3. Erratic, error से related है, लेकिन exact meaning error नहीं है. What does erratic mean? Erratic power supply. We use it very frequently. What does that mean? Erratic power supply? That means the power supply is intermittent, it is inconsistent. Okay, so inconsistent, variable, these are synonyms to erratic. What should the answer be here? What do you think should the answer be? Yes, exactly. The answer here has to be a B. Consistent is the opposite to erratic. Okay, because inconsistent is the meaning of erratic. Erratic power supply होती है मतलब irregular, inconsistent power supply होती है. The answer here is a B. Let's have a look at the next question. Correct. Question number 4. Imminent. If you come to my Hindu classes daily, you'll know this word. I've used this word so many times in my Hindu classes. So, imminent, we have to find out a synonym according to the directions. What does imminent mean? What does it mean? Anyone? What's your answer here? Just a minute, guys. I'm going to put myself on hide for a few seconds because there's a power cut, but I shall still be available for the discussion. Okay. Ordinary, upcoming. Okay, yes. So, Movies, you're absolutely right. Imminent का मतलब होता है upcoming, जो अभी होने वाला है. Okay. So, in that case, imminent means जो बहुत ही close है. Impending is a synonym to it. That is impending. जो immediately होने वाला है. हम बोलते हैं ना imminent actions, imminent war, impending war, जो अभी अभी होने ही वाला है. The answer here has to be a C. Okay, it can't be ordinary. It has to be a C. That's our correct answer. Let's have a look at the next question. Question number 5. Waylay. Mark a synonym to it. What do you think is waylay? What do you think is the meaning? What's waylay, everyone? Waylay is that hide, put aside, ambush or protect. What does that mean? Anybody? Eminent होता है prominent, Rahul. एमिनेंट का मतलब होता है प्रोमिनेंट, एमिनेंट पर्सनालिटी जो बहुत इंफ्लुएंशियल पर्सनालिटीज होती है, और इमिनेंट होता है जो अभी अभी होने वाला है। ओके, पुट असाइड। ओके, वेले का मतलब होता है बेसिकली, देखो पुट असाइड सबका, चलो मैं आपको पहले वेले का मतलब समझाती हूं, ठीक है। वेले यूजुअली मीन्स जब आप किसी को रास्ते में जाते हुए रोकते हो अननेसेसरीली ट्रबल करने के लिए, या सो बैक, द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज बैक। आप किसी को अननेसेसरीली रास्ते में रोकते हो ट्रबल करने के लिए, ठीक है, छेड़ने के लिए, परेशान करने के लिए, ट्रबल करने के लिए, दैट्स वेले। अब उस अकॉर्डिंग इज पुट असाइड अ सिनोनिम? एवरीवन मार्क्स पुट असाइड, बट विल पुट असाइड बी एन आंसर हियर? सोच के बताओ एवरीवन। प्रांजल, आपके आंसर्स आना क्यों बंद हो गए बेटा? Will it be put aside? Still, do you think the answer is put aside? Preksha, yes. Rahul, the answer would not be put aside. The answer would be an ambush. What is an ambush? Is basically, yes, the answer cannot be put aside. It has to be ambush. Ambush का मतलब क्या होता है? कौन बताएगा? जब आप छुप के यूजुअली किसी पे अटैक करते हो, that's an ambush. So the answer here has to be an ambush. Okay, understood the word? Let's have a look at next question. But before we move on to the next question, कोई बात नहीं, आप समझ में आ गया? Remember the word. Okay, before I move ahead, would you please like and share my video? That's how you repay me for the free sessions. Please like and please share my video. That's going to be great if you do that. Thank you so much if you've already done it. Let's have a look at question number 6. Okay, digress. If you have attended my classes on etymology, you would know what digress means. What's the synonym here to digress, everyone? What's the synonym here? Digress, synonym. Okay, D, deviate. Yes, let me break the word into synonym, into etymology. So, gress means to go. Okay, progress, regress. Regress मतलब पीछे जाना, progress मतलब आगे जाना, ठीक है। इनग्रेस मतलब अंदर की तरफ मूवमेंट होना, और डाइग्रेस मतलब एक स्ट्रेट लाइन चलते थे अलग डायरेक्शन में चले गए। सो डाइग्रेस मीन्स टू deviate. Remember, gress means to go. Remember the etymology, you will never get these questions wrong. That's deviate. The answer here is certainly a D. Let's have a look at the next question. But here I have a reading comprehension. I'll give you 1 minute to go through the page. Send me a done once you're done with the recap or solving it. Okay? बहुत easy questions है. जल्दी से एक बार 1 minute में ये page पढ़ लो and send me a done. Done? Changing the slide. Changing the slide. Here. Good luck, Nikita. All the best. Changing the slide. Last page. All right, now see, I'm sure you've read the passage already. The language of the passage might look a little tricky, specifically with the names that are there, है ना? क्योंकि कभी हम एक ऐसी बुक पढ़ते हैं या कोई स्टोरी पढ़ते हैं जो हमारे लिए unfamiliar names होते हैं. Sometimes people get stuck with it. But the kind of questions that were there through the passage, they were extremely easy. For any of the questions, there was no need to refer back to the passage for the answers. एक स्टोरी बनाओ अपने माइंड में while you were reading this. आपको स्टोरी बना लेनी चाहिए थी अभी तक कि कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ. He went to an island and he noticed something, and while he was noticing something, the theory of evolution emerged. And then it talks about description of what he saw in the islands, why did he go to the island, what did he study, and everything else. That's an explanation. So you can make a story in your head, make a mind map while you're reading this. कैसे एक एक पैराग्राफ नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ से लिंक हो रहा है. What is the link between the first and the second paragraph? Always do that. What is the link between the third and the second paragraph? Fourth one, क्या है link इन दोनों में? Make a link. It will always be easy for you to retain information while you're answering questions. Okay, let's have a look at the questions now. Question number 7 was, according to the passage, what did Charles Darwin have in common with the Anglican priest? So what was common? What according to you the answer should be? एक line में these kind of priests were mentioned and they were compared to Charles Darwin. Rather, Charles Darwin was compared to Anglican priests. What was the relationship between them? What's your answer here? The line said that Charles Darwin did not study a lot of things. He had the same degree as the Anglican priests had. So the answer has to be a clear A. Let me show you the line. Here. This line. He recently graduated from Cambridge with the same bachelor's degree that was held by Anglican priests. So our answer is C. Very factual answer. Question number 8. Which of the following helps to bring out the meaning of the term novice naturalist? Again, you might have wanted to refer back to the passage, but if you know the meaning of novice, you will be able to find the answer easily. What should the answer be here? Novice naturalist. Who is a novice? A novice is a beginner, a starter, an amateur, Nausikhiya in Hindi. The answer clearly here has to be a C. Because he was a beginner, he has just started doing things. He had recently graduated from Cambridge. He was not an expert. He was just a graduate who had started exploring the world. So it was not, he did not specifically notice. Novice का मतलब सिर्फ एक ही option में आ रहा है, and that's option C. The answer is C. Okay, inexperienced. Yes, Rahul. बच्चे, serving as a dinner table conversationalist का मतलब पता है क्या होता है? Let's sit at the dinner table and let's talk. So that does not link to being a novice. Oh Lord, okay. That does not link to being a novice. Okay? It cannot be B. B, but it cannot be A as well, because if you notice peculiar looking birds, you probably are not a novice, you're an expert. Let's look at question number 9. What is the meaning of the expression, we know that he was taken by the islands? So what is taken by? What does that mean? Taken by? या naive भी बोल सकते हो, yes. What does taken by mean? Anybody? If you know what does taken by mean, you would know the answer. When you're taken by something, you are in awe of something. You are allured by something. The answer here is a B. You are fascinated by something. So he was taken by the island. He was fascinated. He was in awe. He was allured by the islands. That is the meaning of taken by. The answer is going to be a clear B. Certainly. Let's look at question number 10. What does the author say about Darwin's role in the Beagle mission? Do you remember the data? Let's see if you do. Let's see if you remember the data. Darwin's role in the Beagle mission. There was a clear line that stated the answer. Yes, 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 Rahul. The answer is a C. He had no formal role in the mission. Mission का क्या काम था? Let's see the paragraph. Here, the mission's plan was to conduct marine surveys, but he had no formal role in it. Okay, so the answer here is C, no formal role. So the passage ends here. Now, let's have a look at the next question. You have to complete the line. So half of the line is given to you. Find out the remaining line. What do you think should the answer be here? Yes, absolutely, Movies. That's exactly why if a passage is difficult, it will usually be accompanied with easy questions. That's how IPMAT passages are. Try this out. What do you think should be the second half of the statement? Yoga dates to at least the 2nd century BCE as an orthodox school of Hindu philosophy. उसके बाद but तो आएगा for sure. But मतलब क्या contradiction होना चाहिए इधर? Yes, my children, you're absolutely right. It has to be an absolute A. देखो कैसे आंसर निकालते हैं इधर. Understand this, everyone. So yoga dates to at least the 2nd century BCE as an orthodox school of Hindu philosophy. That means it was only confined to Hindu philosophy and a school of Hindu philosophy. But later on, it became known outside India as well. Not only as an orthodox school, but as a means of physical and mental exercise. Can any other option be the answer? Let's check out. But what does yoga mean in Sanskrit? Uska kya lena dena hai but ke saath? But this sentence is not the opposite of this. It has to, so basically the option has to be the opposite of what is given here. If you have to accompany it with but, But the popular form of West is Hatha Yoga. Am I talking about types and forms of yoga? No, we are not. But yoga's more than 1000 positions are intended to make the spine supple. Are we talking about how yoga helps us? No, we are not. So the only answer here is going to be an absolute A. Very good, everyone. Let's have a look at question number 12. Complete the remaining sentence here. Complete the remaining sentence. Easy one. The movie was so engrossing that we decided to walk out. Engrossing का मतलब क्या होता है? Engrossing means something that is captivating or enthralling. You are unable to stop watching it. If you're unable to stop watching it, you will watch it all night. Engrossing का मतलब होता है आप देखते ही रहो, आंख भी नहीं, पलक भी नहीं झपकाओगे, बस देखते ही रहो. तो राजा डी नहीं हो सकता आंसर बच्चे, क्योंकि अगर वो इतनी engrossing थी, जैसे कोई बुक उठाई आपने पढ़ने के लिए तो आप पढ़ते ही रहो उसको. That's engrossing. Why will you come out feeling aggrieved if the movie is engrossing? आपको एक positive sentence ढूंढना है यहाँ, because the sentence is positive. So ये नहीं हो सकता, ये नहीं हो सकता. The only sentence that's positive is C. It cannot be D. The answer is a C here. Let's have a look at the next question, everyone. Okay. This is tricky. You have to fill in the blanks. Give this a try, everybody. Captivating is engrossing. Yes, Movis. Let's see if you can get it. Okay, A. ठीक है. You know what? I'll tell you. The answer could not be found with the first blank. According to the first blank, almost every option can be suitable. So banned books have always had a special, a strange. Exotic is eliminated because we have a certain allure. All the three can be suitable here. We have to identify the answer with the second blank. Okay, so if everyone's marking A, that's great actually. Let's see. So banned books have always had a special, a strange, a certain allure. Allure का मतलब banned books है तो वो attract करती हैं अपने आप की तरफ. People would want to read that. These banned books combine the joy of reading with keener. और ध्यान से पढ़ोगे कि ये ban क्यों हो गई. The joy of reading with the keener, more dash pleasure of doing something naughty and revolutionary. So what kind of pleasure will force you to do something naughty and revolutionary? Boring cannot be the answer. This option is eliminated. I'm only left with subversive and vapid. What does vapid mean, everyone? What does vapid mean? What do you think is the meaning of vapid? Vapid is boring. Okay, bland. If the book is boring and bland, it cannot be boring pleasure that will force you to do something naughty. It is the subversive pleasure of doing something naughty. The answer has to be an A. What does subversive mean? Subversive is doing something deliberately against the authority. Okay, so the answer clearly is an A. That's A. Okay, let's have a look at the next question. Question number, oh, we have a parajumble here. This is a tricky one. Give this a try, everybody. Solve this. Yeah, monotonous is vapid. Correct. This is tricky. Solve this, everyone. थोड़ा time consuming भी है because एक ही sentence को multiple parts में break किया है. tricky. Okay, Preeti says D. Individual choice alone can make only a modest contribution to reducing GHG emission. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि अगर मैं डिसाइड करती हूँ मुझे वॉक करना है या साइकिल चलानी है या एसी नहीं चलाना, तो मेरा अकेले का चॉइस सिर्फ थोड़ा ही कंट्रीब्यूशन देता है जीएचजी एमिशन को रिड्यूस करने में. ठीक है, only a little choice. Now we have to continue this. A lot of people marked D and somebody marked B as well. And C भी आया आंसर. ठीक है, देखते हैं इसके बाद कौन सा सेंटेंस आना चाहिए. So individual choice alone can make only a modest contribution to reducing GHG emission. If people get access to appropriate infrastructure and technology and are facilitated policy support and information to make the right choices, and this is insufficient. हाँ, what is insufficient? P और R कैसे pair बना? No, P and R will not make a pair. D is wrong. D cannot be my answer. चलो C और D में confusion है, चलो C देखते हैं. So individual choices alone can make only a modest contribution to reducing the GHG emission. If people get access to appropriate infrastructure and technology, and this is insufficient. What is insufficient? बच्चे ये this किसके लिए है? अगर S और R का pair बना रहे हो तो what is this used for? The answer, my children, is found only and only by Sneha. The answer is a B. देखो कैसे. Individual choices alone can make only a modest contribution to reducing GHG emissions. And this is insufficient. This modest contribution is insufficient unless it is linked to cultural changes. जब तक culture में change नहीं होगा, ये modest changes नहीं काम आएंगे. They are insufficient. That makes it easier for people. The cultural changes makes it easier for people to lead low carbon lifestyles. If people get access to appropriate infrastructure and technology and are facilitated with policy support and information to make the right choices, then this mitigation potential can be realized through their actions. आया समझ में? Why is the answer not C and D and why is B the answer? Got this everybody? Yes, Sujal, the answer is going to be absolutely B. So, good job, Sneha. Let's have a look at the next question. Question number 15. Similar question. Solve this. नहीं Movis, same question है यहाँ. This is easy. What's your answer? Anyone? C, okay, Akash. Chalo, let me mark C here for Akash. Beaver also says, acha, believer. Oh, okay. Also says C. C and B. ठीक है, C और B में confusion है, ठीक है. So I had taken higher English in lieu of Kannada as the second language in class 5 and 6. Okay, so C says, or B says, there were stories of artists and heroes from Western world. ये Western world England नहीं है, तो पहले England आना चाहिए ना. Q and P should make a mandatory pair. Should they? चलो आगे देखते हैं, एक बार छोड़ते हैं. So I had taken this, and this gave me, what gave me the option to read stories? Taking English in lieu of Kannada. That is, this gave me the option to read stories about these. S1 के immediately बाद S आना चाहिए. This gave me the option to read stories about so many other different authors. Okay, then comes Q. Books from for the special English course were imported from England. S के बाद आएगा Q और Q के बाद आएगा R. The books had pages full of brightly colored pictures, and there were stories. There were pictures and there were stories of Western world. So सबसे पहले England लिखोगे, उसके बाद ही Western world लिख सकते हो. The answer here has to be a C. It cannot be a B. The answer is a C here. Got that, everybody? Understood? Okay? Yeah, it's a C. It cannot be a B. So Preeti and Raja and Shrujal, did you get it, bache? Shrujal, you gave a good try by choosing the beginning sentence as S, but then the remaining sequence was a little wrong, okay? Now guys, that is all that we're going to do today, because that's the timing that we're going to stick to. The remaining questions I'm going to continue in tomorrow's class, 12:30 again. Make sure that you come live on time, you solve questions with me if you haven't done that yet, and we'll continue with the discussion of the mock test. So have a very good day, everybody, and God bless all of you. Thank you so much for coming live with me.